Welcome to Sage Line 50, and today we're going to be looking at how to set up a password on Sage and how to set up and customize access rights for staff. Okay, so it's fairly straightforward. In order to set up a password, we just need to go to Settings on the toolbar, and then from the drop-down menu, if we come down, you can actually see here Change Password. Okay, so we're just going to select Change Password, and then we're going to enter our new password, which is going to be UNIAC. Okay, so that's going to be our password. And just enter OK. Right, so if I now just come out of Sage, it's going to open up another company. Okay, now if I go back in and I try to open up the previous company where I set up the password, Smart Property Designs. Okay, now initially we didn't have a password on it. Okay, it's now asking me to enter a password. So if I just enter our password that we just set up, okay, and then that's brought me in. So the password has been set up. So now I've taken on a junior member of staff, and I just want to, they're going to be helping to enter purchase ledger invoices. So the invoices that we receive from our suppliers, they're going to be posting to the system. But I don't want them to have access to all the system, just in case they get mixed up and start possibly posting supplier invoices to the customer ledger. I want to customize their access rights and only give them access to certain parts of the Sage accountancy software. So again, if we go to Settings, and on the drop down menu, if we look at access rights, okay, I'm now going to set up the new user. Okay, so if I just select new, you'll see the create new user screen comes up. I'm going to enter their name. Okay, so we've got Lydian has just started for us. I could give her a password so that she has her own individual password when accessing Sage. I'll just leave that blank for now. Now you can do it either way. You can either initially give her full access and then customize the access, or we can say no access. I think it's going to be simpler just to say no access for now, because she's going to have a very limited access to Sage. So let's say no access and then save. And now I'll just close. Okay, now we have Lydian is set up. She has no access at the moment. At the moment I haven't set her up with a password, but so we could have entered a password at the time of setting it up. If I wanted to give her a password later on, I could just come down to Edit, and then I could enter the password there. I could also then give her full access rights as well. Okay, but let's just click OK. Now, I'm now going to customize and give her some rights so that she obviously can get onto Sage and start doing her job. So if we go to Details, if I select Details, we then have the Access Details comes up. Now here we have each part of Sage. Okay, we have the customer ledger, we have invoicing, the bank, etc. Currently Lydian has no access rights to any of these sections. Now, as I said, she's been employed to enter the supplier invoices that we receive to Sage, so we want her to have full access to the supplier ledger. So I'm just going to highlight suppliers, and now if I select module, the module button here, we can then further customize. Okay, I'm going to give her access to suppliers, so we highlight suppliers and just say full access. Okay, and you'll see here now she has full access to the suppliers. Now she may also start to enter the payments that we make to our suppliers, so we may want her to have full access to the bank as well, so we could select full access for the bank. Okay, and then we can just select OK. I'll just close that down. So you can see here now her access type has become partial. She has partial access to the supplier, ledger and the bank within Sage. So again, if you wanted to amend any of that and give her either greater access to other parts of Sage, for example, she might then go on to entering customer sales invoices. You can just go into details again and select customers and modules, and then again go down and select where you want to give her access to, possibly customer ledger, invoices, maybe even sales order processing. Okay, and give her full access to those sections of Sage. Now we can just say OK. Equally, you could reduce the access type that the staff have. Okay, so we can just close that down. So now if you would like to start on the Makani exercise, which is on Blackboard, and set up a password for the Makani exercise, just make sure you make a note of it or you remember it, so you're able to get into it again next week.